I'm here to talk about transforming civic culture. My company, Justice and Sustainability Associates, works to help residents, developers, and regulators reach decisions about land use.
I work for EPA's Office of Sustainable Communities, and I'm here to talk about our Greening America's Capitals program.
I'm speaking on a panel on Thursday about aggregation as a means to get financing together for energy and other conservation projects.
I made the trip over to Portland this year to the EcoDistricts Summit to share what we've been doing for 3 years in Australia around sustainable communities, but more importantly for us and myself to gain knowledge, network with others so that we can take that back home and improve upon what we've been doing.
In the work that I do, it's primarily designed to help people understand what they should be trying to achieve, as well as defining the agreements that they can live with long term.
It's kind of educational. We try to learn out by inviting people or going on tours to see the good examples. So we're building a common knowledge.
We started out around energy efficiency. We've since grown the concept. We realized pretty quickly that it's better to work on the whole system. So we work on energy and water issues. We work on urban agriculture, streetscape, sense of place, all kinds of things to help in the end create more vibrant and resilient urban communities.
For the last 3 years, we've been working with government and industry back home to scope out the idea of defining what best practice sustainable communities look like.
A large part of my work is dedicated to helping people make sure that whatever land use decisions are made bring benefits to a diversity of people rather than just one single community or audience.
A lot of times the zoning codes and other municipal structures that are in place are challenging for projects that are trying to be more sustainable, that are trying to push the envelope, trying to be more cutting edge. So working with those projects to help them, help their municipalities learn what the objectives are of eco-district work, neighborhood development work.
I mean, one of the biggest challenges is funding. How do you pay to actually implement these projects on the ground? And we're always looking at ways that we can find multiple sources of funding for one design, one green infrastructure design for a community or a neighborhood.
In an aggregation model, we're trying to bring together owners of individual businesses, residents of mixed-use developments, owners of commercial buildings. So trying to get these people to come together with common cause and agree to actually come into consortiums and do significant programmatic work around sustainability issues is very difficult.
And when you try to link the agencies with the utilities, with the community groups, the businesses, it's not easy work, and you have to come up with clever strategies and governance models.
Biggest issue I run up against in terms of really striving for successful community redevelopment is this issue of scale. So much of how our cities evolve is actually driven by where the capital comes from. And these days there is a lot of global capital chasing too few opportunity.
Portland represents a national example of where the country is trying to go in terms of transition. So just being here is really about being with leading innovators.
This EcoDistricts idea is sort of the hot thing right now. It's very up and coming, and I think what's nice about it is it's at a neighborhood scale, so it's something people can relate to. And the nice thing about EcoDistricts is it spreads it out. It gets it into the streets, it gets it into the public right-of-way, it connects a series of buildings, and I think that's something people can relate to a little bit more.
Being able to create eco-districts and retrofit and change the resource use profile in what are basically suburban office parks is a really important idea, and I think that I wish them the best, and it's great pioneering work they're doing there.
I would say that there has been, in the sessions that I've been at, this consistent thread of how we do this kind of sustainable redevelopment at the district level and maintain a human scale.
I was particularly inspired by the team from Malmo on day one this morning. They've been leaders for a long time. It's great to see the Malmo project 10 years on. We'll hopefully build upon their successes and continue to improve and learn.